Hi, I'm Mike Thompson. Today I thought I would show you some of the little gadgets that I've made that allow this video productions to happen and make my life a little bit easier. Now, if you've ever seen my channel trailer, you know that I always prefer to make stuff myself rather than buy it, because I hate shelling out money and I love designing things myself and showing you guys how to do things yourself as well, because it's just an awful lot of fun, isn't it, when you make something and then it actually works. So I'm going to show you a couple of the little devices that I've 3D printed that make all this stuff actually possible. So this is today's setup. I've got the reflector over there by the window. I've got gold because I wanted to warm it up just a little bit. Up above that, on another air cushion stand, is my hair light. This was a pan light that I featured in a video, a year or so ago. I have two different bulbs in there. I've got an incandescent and an LED because I wanted a medium sort of color temperature. It's attached by a 3D printed fitting to a standard 6-foot paint pole which telescopes out. Over here, I've got another pan light which is attached to a 3D printed fitting. So this C-stand clamp here has two different functions. On one side, I've got the little fitting that connects to the pan light that I featured in a previous video. And on this side, I've got my own C-stand clamp that I made on the 3D printer. As you can see, it'll accept 4 different sizes of standard rods that I deal with. The one I use most often is this 1-inch here. This one here is sized for 1/2-inch EMT conduit, and then down here I've got 1/2-inch and 3/8, should I ever come across that. It simply slips over the end of my stand here, like so. This 3D printed thumb screw then allows me to tighten it. Also, it has indexing slots here in 45-degree increments. So that as I unscrew this, I'll line that up like so. You can see here that I've got a little notch and then a corresponding V that fits into to help it line up. But then when you pull this free, you can then rotate it in 45-degree increments to position your stuff pretty much anywhere you want. These over here also allow me to stack 2 of these if I wanted. Now, of course, I would need a much longer bolt because I've got, you see, the countersunk. This is a 1/4-20 countersunk lock nut. I made sure to use a lock nut because I want a little bit of resistance when I go to tighten this down. And that helps keep it from vibrating free. But that just goes like so. This fitting here, I have 3 of them, and this is pretty much my workhorse fitting. You can see the one there sitting on top of my pole, and then it's connected to the telescopic paint pole that I'm using for my hair light. Now sometimes I'll use this for the key or the fill, but today it's a hair light, and it's at the 90-degree position. Over here, on my reflector, I've got another one in the back. But over here, I've got these 2 little clamps that I made myself on the 3D printer as well to hold this reflector, because I noticed online that reflector clamps like this are in the $20 to $30 range, whereas these were in the $1 to $2 range. And I had a lot more fun making it. So here you can see how this little clamp works. I just use a 1-inch dowel rod as my support, a couple of wing nuts, and this clamps in here like so. This little clamp was 3D printed. Filament follows function if you see my 3D print design series. So it was printed like so. It's got a press fit 1/4-20 nut inside, and then we just have this little thumb screw here. Inside here I have a press fit 1/4-20 by 1.5-inch bolt. It's got a washer in here because this little recess allows 2 clamps to fit together and be bolted at 90 degrees to each other to increase their versatility. So the little washer in here simply levels the playing field on this little notch. These 2 clamps here then are printed flat as such so that their little lips clip the edge of my reflector here. Just like so, and then I tighten them down with the wing nut. And my stand back there, my C-stand clamp, allows me to orient this in pretty much any direction I want for the maximum amount of versatility. Well, there's really not all that much to it. It was an awful lot of fun, and I know that I'm going to be making tons more stuff in the years to come. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Mike Thompson, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.